some they look terrible. Put on some lip gloss. The lighting in my room is not so. Ugh. So I put on some lip gloss on my lip. Don't even know where I put it. It's somewhere. Hello, hello, family. Good night. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? Guys, I'm in my room. Good night, everybody.
Power on.
I'm in my room. My room still haven't finished finally, but I'm still in here. You know, I can spread my bed up, but I put some stuff on there trying to rearrange my place, my little bedroom. I need to put my phone in this, so I gotta unscrew. So I got to unscrew. Don't worry about the junk in my house. Just know that your girl is cleaning up. Well, it's not really say junky. The stuff I just put them on the bed. Good night, beautiful people. Let me set this thing up so we can hit the ball rolling. Oh, hi. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. How are you guys? So this is what I mount my phone with. So I just need to put battery in it. It's rotate like a 360. So but you need battery. It come off of Amazon if you need one. So you can put your phone in there. So let me put my phone in there just a second. So welcome to my little bedroom. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. So see it rotate. You see I'm using my hand to rotate it right now, but it do rotate like the globe behind me. Let me know if my TV is too loud for you. That's my junk right there. As I said, I'm doing thorough cleaning of my room. From my mom left, I have a come back in this room. I come back in here, all I did was just throw stuff down. You know, like you buy stuff, you just throw stuff. So anyway, before we hear chit chat for the whole night, I want to go into let me see. I want to go into where I could show you some of the stuff I got. You know, and I want to unbox this so you guys could see it. Look. That's the problem when you look up it. Oh Lord, my air first. Where's my battery? My thing here just fall off. I need the battery for it to work. 1 second, there, my beautiful people. Oof. You never know when you're coming on live, all the malfunction things that can happen. Hush. Still, I gotta be prepared a little bit more. Because you never know. Oop. This is the thing be scaring me. I put one in the living room and one in my room, and it be scaring me every time it goes. So I'm gonna put it on the ground for now. Okay. So let me officially welcome. So this is Brazilian Queen, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful, amazing, peaceful night. Yeah. And God bless you all for everybody who stopped by. I know it's kind of late. People got stuff to do, so I understand. But you know, yeah. So I got this thing here, and as you can clearly see, it's like this. So I need to unbox it and see how it would look. And it's in the color red. It's a luxurious spa thing here. So yeah. So I'm gonna unbox it. We still have the thing on there. And as I say, I'm still in the process of finishing my room. My bed is spread, the floor is vacuum, and everything. So I just need to open this. It's only two things I have to show you tonight. Just two things. I gotta cut it. I gotta cut it. Okay. I got it cut, so let's open. Let me move my comfy chair out the way a little bit. It's very comfy. But if I'm gonna show you the stuff, I need to stand up. Yeah. Feels so warm, guys. Oh. So this thing have me cozy. Oh, this is warm. Family. This is so warm. Ooh. This is warm. This is very warm, guys. Ooh. So for this winter, I'll be so warm because it started to get chilly, and they say tomorrow it's gonna be so. So see, guys. You know, when you're short, you don't look too good in these things. You know, especially when you're short and you know. But see, Joe, how it look. Ooh. So let me know if you like this color here, like this thing here. Oh, this is so comfy. Mm. Guys, this is so warm. Oh my goodness. Mind you, I have these too, you know, but me in this one is so. Mm. Ooh. How much I paid for it? It was only $10. I paid for it at a garage sale, so it was only $10 in this thing here. But it's so comfy. Oh my god. But anyway, let me take that off, and then I have one last thing to unbox with you guys. Oh, I didn't want to take it off. It's so warm. But you know, it's not the winter season yet, so still gotta get it there. And then it's so funny, no matter how you get things out the box, you never fold it back the way you get it out the stuff. And that's funny. Ooh. Never get it out the box. Alright, so that was that. Let me know if you like that thing there. And then this is a package. I had tear my name off it. I received it like yesterday. And the day before, I think. Sunday. When was it? 17th? One of these days. So let's see. I received this beautiful package here. So let's see what's in there. Who can guess what's in here? Anybody have any idea? Alright, let's see what's this. What is this? Oh. Okay. What is this? Let's see what is this. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Wow. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. So I'll be warm for the winter. Ooh. So let me know if you like it. And you have a little button thing here, so this can be closed up. So, and you got the hoodie. So you get ready for the winter and it can be warm. So let me know if you guys like it. Let me know if you guys like it. I got it off of Amazon. And yeah, I got it off of Amazon. I don't know why I heard a voice just now. I never heard a voice, but I can tell where I heard it from. So I get this off of Amazon, and then you can button down the side. So you can button this side down. So yes, you can button this side. So let's button this side. By some miracle, two cars managed to avoid hitting the boy who was just wearing a diaper. Thankfully, a good Samaritan spotted the 2-year-old and rushed to his rescue. The child's father was not home at the time and says his wife left the boy and 4 other kids to go to a gas station, but left the door unlocked. Police have contacted Child Protective Services and returned the boy to his grandmother while they investigate. Turning now to our Americans who have served our country with pride, courage, and bravery. So I'm just buttoning this thing here to let you see how it looks. But when I say warm, But the only thing though with this, it was on sale for like $19, and then to get it shipped, it was 40 something dollars. You know, so it was like the price of two. So this is the length of it, guys. And if I was using that phone, I could have. Give it to you. Oh. And I tear it off, so if I didn't tear it off, I could have show you the barcode. You could scan it. Because it was all $19. And then, okay, let me show you how when it zip up, how it look. And I like the fact that they have buttons just in case if the zipper don't work. Yeah, two zipper by the way, so that's good. So, you know, sometimes you buy stuff offline, you don't know if it's gonna fit. But I will tell you what size is this enough you. So this is how it look. Ooh. And it got, oh, the pockets are very short. See my hand? The pockets are very short. So I don't know if you guys see me good. So yeah. And then you can always button this, but nobody have time for that. But I like how the arms fit. You see how the arms fit? The arms fit real nice. Yes, the arms fit really nice. So finally, because just in case I have a car not so good, so just in case if I have to walk again, you know, as long as Jesus make me walk again, well, in this case, it wouldn't be Jesus, it would be the car. I'm warm, you know what I mean? Till I can figure it out, you know? So the kids have their own, you know, the pants one, you put the kids into, they got that. I can't fit in that. And then, oh, let me see how this looks. This is on Amazon. Oh. So this is how it looks. So I'm short, but you know, who cares for the winter? So I choose the color, but it's so comfy. Ooh. All right, let me tell you what size this one is because I think when I was reading, they said the size kind of fit a little big. So let me see. Let me tell you what the size exactly. I don't remember off my hand. But so this is a medium, guys. And I'm not that big, but you, as you can clearly see, you go a size up. They said because I was originally I wanted to get the small, but then they said when I read the rubric about the size, they said the size kind of fit a little small, so it basically go a size up. So I got a medium. So that means if somebody else just look at this size of my hand, I don't know how if that's a good way to measure yourself. And I, I weigh 130. So if you weigh 130 pounds, somewhere around there, the medium will do you well. And then I'm only 5 something. So that's not bad. You know, that's not bad. And they have this in, I think, 3 different colors. They have it in the black. They have it in this color. And they have it in, what's the other color? I think red or beige. Either or. But this is really nice. Because online, when you look at it, well, at night, no one can really see good. But it's lime green light. So, yeah, that was it. That was it right there. And then I have my,
You can improve going from nothing to something. While people live here, Pat works to help them find a job and affordable housing. In year 11 of Caroline House, he tells me he has about a 97% success rate.
and then I have some good books I was reading. This one is a very good one. You know, so I bought this when I was pregnant with my first child. I bought this book, and another book. I think I read the other book there. It's called Calm Down, something about Jesus. But this one, Successful Woman Speak Differently. I like it. And then they have the 9 habits that build confidence, courage, and influence. So I like books like these. And then I went to a church function once, and this pastor, he's online, Xfinity Church. I bought this book. It's called In My Feelings. This is a beautiful one. It's just a little synopsis. It says In My Feelings. So, yes. God bless you all. Hola, ¿cómo está? How are you guys? So this one is saying in my feelings. So this one I read within 7 days. You could read it in 1 day, and then they had given me this book for God's plan steps to your future. And it's nice to read. Nice to read. But this was the church. They're online too. So if you want to check them out on Sunday, they're really nice. They're online service. So for people who can't get to go, you just check them out online. And then I got my journal. As I said, I haven't been in my room. I bought a bunch. I love books. Whether I read them or not, I just love to have the books in the house. And then I bought this one as well. I haven't read it yet. And this one is saying about the roadmap to reconciliation. I haven't read it yet, but I bought them. I think I spent $100 and something buying them. And then this is a function I went on the top of what credits look like. So these are some of the books I'm gonna pick back up, and some of these I bought and I didn't even read them. And this one I bought it, didn't even read it. So I wanna get back into my reading habits. And I got my Bible right there. Winning the War Within. I like the title, so I bought it when I saw it. And this one. Awaken Your Dream. So I need to go through it before I can let you guys, kind of let you guys know what give you a synopsis of it. But I just like the title, the title I fell in love with. Life After, moving from pain to promise. So the title is interesting, so I bet something in here is really interested as well. And these were the books I had bought at the church there. And that pastor who is online that I told you, he's the one who write these books, not in my house. So the pastor who I show you just now, he's on church. That's who write the book. So I can't wait to read them. No, I don't remember. I got tons of books in the living room. I don't remember because I got too many books. And then I got this one here, The Gift of Imperfectionist. So I'm just showing you some of the collection of the books that I got. But it was from the church. But if you want to follow the church online, you can order online as well. You can just that's the name of the church. So you could follow that, and then if you need to order any of these books that you see online here, you're supposed to be able to order it. And then this book is, I was in a sister friend program when I was pregnant, and the lady gave it to me. They come and visit you at home, and the life list for mothers, and it was very beautiful. Talking about the ups and downs of life, and these are just some of the things how they do it. So one of these days we can go through it, but I rather do these things at night. And they said, let God direct you. That's Proverbs 16, verse 9. It's just like scriptures for making good decisions. 1. Turn out distraction. Luke 5, verse 16, which we all need to learn to do, which including myself. 2. Seek advice from good friends, and that is very important. That's Proverbs 19, verse 20. Ask God for wisdom. That's James 1, verse 5. So, and then I like how they quote the scriptures, because then if I need to go to my Bible to make reference, then it's a beautiful way. So this is it. So if you guys want to see it, write down the name and search for it for yourself, so you can have a read if your mother's in here or just anybody in the whole. You can be antique and anything. Because the struggle to motherhood is something else. Moms who pray should pour out their hearts, always believe, yield to what God tells them, realize that God will answer. And as one of my lady here, I think she was here earlier, right there, had said to me that she's praying that God will bless me with that car. So you have so many good tips, but the one that I would really like to share with you now is this one. I got so many books. These are just some. It's good to keep books everywhere in your house, because you never know. We never know where your mind is gonna take you. It could take you in the living room and say, "Okay, let's stay in the living room." You know what I mean? Well, I don't think I ever finish it, but I tried to go read Revelation, and I tried to read Genesis the beginning and the end, and then Psalms, Proverbs. I used to read a lot of Psalms and then read a lot of Proverbs, and then Luke, and then Matthew, most of those things, and then John. Because as a kid growing up in church, we learn about the Bible early through Sunday school, and so that was very good as well. But you're never too late to challenge yourself, you know what I mean? Never too late, challenge yourself in anything you can achieve. Like I started clean my living my not my living room, my room up, and even though I spread the bed up and then put everything back. So but it's good to start. So this one is talking about in my feelings, and it's about Andrew Butler. That's the pastor there for Xfinity Church. They say overcoming discouragement, depression, and grief. So this one I read. Administrators are trying to raise the $50,000 needed to keep operating. And then I have another book about Keep Calm. What's that little book? It's called Keep Calm. God is something. I cannot believe I don't remember the rest of it. Mistake. The toy company printed the address of an adult website right on its new. Oh yes, and that's very good. That's very good. Because we all have to get connected back to the roots, which is the Bible. To me, the roots of our whatever we need to get connected to, I think is the Bible. So which is a good book. That is the only good book I know. So take your time, I love you. We'll get there. And when you get there, I would love to hear some of the stuff you discover on your own in terms of your personal interpretation as to the understanding of going to a church and you hear the connection between what you have read and what the pastors are saying and everything, because it's good to have understanding with the good book for yourself. So I would love to hear some of that as well. And you know how to put this stuff out there already. I've been watching some positive stuff from you, so I would love for you to share some of those natural, authentic, interpretation that you gain from reading. When you start to read stuff, you're like, oh, hmm. It's like you're a little kid again. You start to think, you start do like you have a beard. You don't got no beard, but you just start to do it. I got a Bible app on my phone, but because I use my phone for everything, sometimes I gotta delete stuff. But I got my hard copy. You know, I got my hard copy. So there's a chapter 1. They said, "Why am I so sad? Why am I discouraged? Why is my heart so sad? I will put my hope in God. I will praise Him again, my Savior and my God." And this is taken from Psalms 42, verse 5. And this is, I think, the New King Version. The New LT. I don't know what that acronym is because I'm only familiar with the King James Version. That's to be honest, true. So the King James Version is, "Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquiet, disquieted within me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise Him, who is the health of my countenance and my God." Have you ever read something sometime but the interpretation you're not getting it? It's like they say you put big words into stuff and then you throw the whole thing out. It's like you throw too much salt in your pot and then everything becomes salty. Yes, I grew up in church, and every day I have to thank God for that. So you have to, there is always a part of, the foundation that was embedded that we have to give thanks and praise for, that our parents instill in us, even if they didn't. But just being around people who have strong minds, strong wills, strong powers to encourage you, to push you to the good things, and shape you and give you a word of encouragement all the time will also help you to say, you know what, yes. Especially when you're a child growing up, you just want somebody to validate your feelings, how you're feeling or something, and sometimes you don't get that growing up. But when you hold on to the word of God, now you can become more. Even if you drift away, anything can happen and you drift away. It's like you drift out to the sea, but you will always hold firm to your belief in God, and He will pull you back in. And that's just a belief that I hope. we all can hold on to. Many believe that David in the I don't even want to go to all of this now. I'm trying to find something else more simple. Going through all this. They say, remember what happened to Lot's wife. That's Luke 17, verse 32. I think when I go to church, the minister who normally pick us up if you don't have a car or so to go to church, he always said, like somebody giving testimony and he say, you remember Lot's wife? When God bless you out of a situation, it's not for you to dwell on, but move forward so God can continue to bless you. They say, Jesus says here that we need to remember what happened to Lot's wife. That begs the question, who is Lot's wife? Well, we find her in the book of Genesis. Abraham had a nephew named Lot. Lot moved his family into a city called Sodom. Sodom was an extremely wicked city. It is known for being a city where every man actively practiced homosexuality. In fact, there were multiple sins that the people Sodom committed that caused them to get on God's radar. Revelation 8:9. God gave them the opportunity to change and they refused. So instead of having God's mercy protect them, they were going to have to deal with the consequences of their actions. The Bible often calls that judgment. Before judgment came, God sent a few angels in to get Lot and his family out of the city because Lot had found a way to still live right before God, even in the midst of such evil. I won't comment, I just read. When they were safely out of the city, one of the angels ordered, "Run for your lives and don't look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the mountains, or you will be swept away." 26. But Lot's wife looked back as she was following behind him, and she turned into a pillar of salt. So now I see why that man always say that. Picture this. It's perfect out. You feel like you should be outside, but you stay in because Italian leather smells better than fresh flowers. And the richest greens are right. Oh yes, and you see, and that's it. But as you grow older, you gain some knowledge now to understand why, the reason why. Because your foundation is your foundation, and a structure is a structure. And if you don't have a structure, you don't have nothing to stand on. It's just like anything else. So it's good to know that all parents out there, thumbs up to everybody. Even if you don't go to church, you're not a church goer, but you still instill things into your children that are positive. Like teach them about the word of God in whatever religion you practice. I have to say whatever religion, because everybody don't practice the same religion. But whatever religion you practice, and you instill certain attitudes, certain values in children that is upheld by society, and it will never be erased. No matter how much things come to erase it, it will never be erased. So once you instill those things into your children early, and then you're a prime example here, Jason, of that. So that's good. And everybody's a prime example. And as that one lady just said earlier too. And here you are, you're now 26 and believe in Christ still. Yes, foundation cannot be erased. It's like a structure for a house. Even when your house fall down, you could still go back there and you can still see the structure of the house. Very loud and clear. So it's life and it's what it is. It's exactly what it is. Even a car may be giving trouble, but you would say, I don't see that car look good. They ain't giving no trouble. Everything don't have to be on the outside. You know, I could be looking good, but then I have turbo headaches. You can't see headaches. You know what I mean? I could be talking to you, but deep down inside, my heart is not right. Something ain't right. Something ain't going the way it's supposed to. Oh yes, he's amazing all the time. Yes, man. Yes, my love. And that's why we have to keep embracing and believe for ourselves too by reading that Bible. The Bible is the key, is the key. That's the key we need, to help ground us, especially when you go out and you hear other people talk about the word or anything like myself here talking about the word and everything. And even though religion become a sensitive topic, I was listening to somebody live yesterday and I was saying to myself, you know what? That's why religion and politics, a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Not to say that they are ashamed of their God, but in public it can come off as one-sided to some people because of the various religious beliefs that are out there. And one of the reasons they took those things out of school is because of those same reasons, because I might be wanting to worship every day. Another group of students are going to be left out because they don't believe in the faith that we got, like Christianity. They don't believe in that, while somebody else may have a different faith in whatever faith, like Rastafarian, Hindus, Muslim, whatever. So everybody, worship differently. So I kind of understand. And then with living in such a large world, I wouldn't even say world, country that have mixed people, diverse culture, it's gonna be hard to just impose on everybody. So you have to be respectful. Let them know that you're respectful of their ideology, their beliefs, their philosopher. Because some people do go to school for these things, but I didn't. So it's like the talking based on what I've known and what I've grown up, the principles that shape me into who I am. Oh wow, sorry to hear. Sorry to hear. Oh my. Well, let's hope and pray that she's at a better place now, and God will heal the family going forward. So yes, because our 2 3 weeks, or 3 Sundays ago now, or 2 Sundays ago now, my aunt just laid to rest because that evil walked through the family and take her out. By the time she found out she had cancer, so there was nothing else to really do much than destroy her after. So that monster just walked through the family. So sorry for your loss, brother, but we all going through something. I got my dad, he's sick. I get to find out he have cancer. So it's not easy when you have to put a brave face out there sometime when literally your inside is not so well. But thank God for the good book, as my lady here say, was that Ray? Am I saying your name Ray? Ray? Ansela, is it Ansela? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing your name correct, but my apology. Said, always grew up in church and believe these things. You, those things are what give you the foundation to grow and to develop. And to all the good mamas and the good fathers out there that really shaped us, help us to see our true, unlock our true potential from early age, you know what I mean? And also to the adopted mothers as well. They play a major role too because I was adopted as a young age too. So I have to give thanks to my adopted mom. She's still alive and everything. So I have to give God thanks for her as well. Always every Sunday we had to go to church. During the week we go help out in the farm and all these things. So you know, so it's life, you know what I mean? So we have to be grateful. Oh, and Selai, I hope I said that correct because me and pronunciation is something else. I rather say hi, how are you? I just read the comment. I'm like, okay. If you know the comment, I'm like, yes. Yeah. You never know how you can put to the task until you see some unusual name that you're not familiar with, and then you say, "Oh, I think I got a fear, a fear of calling somebody name wrong." And then sometimes he can throw you off because you want to get that person name so correct that you started to get it out there just to say it. But once you get it, it's like, ooh, roll off the tongue. Yeah. Oh. So is it Ansela? Ansela? Oh, the Ansel. Ansel? Because even though I don't like English, I prefer maths. I prefer maths than English. Oh, yes, I know the name. You lucky, you rude. I used to have some people call me some names. I won't say what my name is, but I used to have some people call me some names, and I used to just have to make fun out of it. And I say, you know what, whatever you call me, that's what I am. Because to be honest, everybody ain't gonna get it right. I swear. Oh, okay. I hope I can try it again. But I'll be honest, sometimes I will say, you know what, whatever you call me, I, you got it. But though I have my 3-year old, when I call him out his name, like I would say, when he give trouble, I would say, squirrel, chickmunk, ma, I'm Amia. I'm like, okay, chickmunk, ma, I'm Amia. So I'm like, okay, at that age, I didn't even talk back to my mom about no these kids. Oh my God, but it's beautiful. Let me see what they say. Successful women speak differently. I was reading this book and you could see where I stopped the last time I read this book. But it's a beautiful book. This person, Valerie Burton. It's a beautiful book. And tonight we've learned he's also weighing in on staffing decisions, making clear his preference. I like this part where it says, think differently so you can speak differently. Uncover the missing piece. You are capable of far more than you know. And that is so true. Many times we dug ourselves into a hole. Oh yeah, I know those kind of people with the names, and they terrible with it. I'm terrible with the names. Like one day I was working with this young lady and I forgot what her name was, and all come to my head was Hyena. And then I'm a laughter, right? I'm a laughter. So the name was so familiar to Hyena. I forgot. I still don't get her name up till blessed moment. So when she said her name, the first thing would come to your mind is Hyena. She was so mad at me because I messed her name up. I said, well, your name is close to Hyena. She was so mad at me. But people would understand when you look at it, it's like, even when I had my immediate name, I used to say, can you imagine when you go home and you say, oh, hi, I am XYZ. Nice to meet you. And they laugh at you like, you tripping. I'm like, okay. I'm like, how crazy can it be? you know, hi, my name is Dinner. How are you? Oh, I'm Bone. The names are hilarious. Like I used curious when the last names are hilarious. I used to say, Ma, why do I get that name? What were you doing with that particular time? Did you hate my dad or something? Why I got that name? But then after that, I have to accept. Okay, meat bone. This is bone. Meat bone. It's funny, but that's what make us up. That's what building us. Oh my God. Yes, yes. It's hard. And then you know what? Back in the olden days, who were teaching us sometimes didn't even know how to pronounce the word correctly. So I think well, I can't speak for you guys in America, but I know where I grew. You know, they speak broken languages. We had the mother tongue like Creole, where we say Wagwan, Medea. You know, it's just another way of saying how are you, what's going, how are you, what's up. You know, like you guys say what's up, we say Wagwan. Same thing, you know what I mean? It's just different dialect and everything. And then the way we speak at the time is the way we pronounce words sometimes. The way we say things is the exact way we write. Not necessarily mean it's correct. And as I grow older now, I had to start to realize that there's so many things was taught backwards then because they didn't know any better. You know, and then those persons then back then, most time education, most people didn't have the privilege to go and extend their knowledge beyond surface. I call it surface level when it's just anybody could talk about random stuff and it's just surface level. It's not nothing statistics. It's not no facts. It's not, you know, you just talk random. That's easy to do, you know what I mean? But facts are and statistics are factual information that can be proven, you know. He said so like vanilla. My phone is cracked, so hopefully I said vanilla or violet. Is that my phone is cracked there, so I don't know if I'm saying vanilla or violet. You look at it, say vanilla. You know, and to be honest, sometimes people don't even understand, don't even realize they make a mistake. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. And sometimes they don't even realize that they're calling you that because, as I told you, when the young lady told me her name, the first thing I associated her name with was a hyena. She was so mad, and she was such a beautiful lady too, you know. But she was the same mad, but she was saying, you know what, I ain't gonna like that name. You could tell that it kind of make her feel away because I was laughing because I come from a culture where if you bump your foot, we laugh. Doesn't mean we laughing at you. It's just the fact that the way you fall sometimes. You ever see somebody does like when you watch American what they call it, American funniest videos, and you see how even though those things are not joke because you could be in pain, but it's just the way how people do. Sometimes you gotta laugh, you know, but not everybody culture raise them to just laugh about stuff that can be serious. You know what I mean? So we all understand, but this life we gotta go on. You know, as long as they don't really mean no harm to you, where you have to really check people about things, and you can't always let it slide. But as you say, you will know when they use a rude tone to you because you trust me, your instinct is very powerful. When stuff come around you, your instinct will tell you right away. It's nah, don't sound right. You know, it don't come out properly. Like I met this friend once to another mutual friend, and then the person started talking, and when the person started talking, the person said, "I gotta get you." My eyes say more than I open my mouth. I go, and then if you look at my eyebrows, I'm like, hmm? I start be like, "Booba, that's a turn off." I'm about to exit the freeway. I'm about to go side street on you right now, cause no, you know, when you're growing up and you become a man or a woman, you know, as you say, certain things is not gonna just sit well like with you, especially when you know right from wrong. But maybe when you were a young girl or a young boy and somebody says something funny, silly, at that time it may be funny. But as you grow older, you realize certain things that you were thinking of was funny when you were young and didn't know better. When you grow older, you start to differentiate the good from the bad, the what is the same. You start to realize that that's not what I want to do. You know. Oh yes, and that's good, and it's good to have somebody that you can laugh with, because you know when you have that sulky partner that you can't even laugh after nothing he or she said, that's a problem, you know. So it's good that you guys could laugh at the situation and correct each other without no harm or anything. So that's good, you know. We all bump head, we all do something like that. Is, you know, as long as the person be aware and you are aware and the person is aware of what they're doing, and they can honestly apologize to you and everything, that's all that matter, you know. It's like taking on the role of leadership into, you gotta be a broad back person, like, you did the error, you have to go back and say, you know what, if I offend you, I am sorry, you know. And then sometimes you don't offend anyone and you still have to say sorry because you want to be the bigger person, and then sometimes you can't be the bigger person, but it's life, it's what it is. Well, if all of it's not just black alone, if everybody was from the first to have one language, well, I think we did until I think they said the wall of Jericho, because most of these things that you see people are doing, all these things was embedded in the Bible. People not doing really anything out of the norm. You see, I was just reading book and they were talking about last wife and homosexuality right there. So these things were in. If you read up on it about the wall, and when they start to build the wall of Jericho, and they all fell off, and then that's when they say God separated us. I don't remember everything about it, but you can go read that for yourself. Internet is global, and everything is global now, so information is right at your fingertip, right there. Technology gonna make it look like you have a chip in your hand now reading the phone. Yeah, you're gonna have a crystal clear hand sooner or later. We won't be here for that, but the next generation to come go be like a robot with crystal clear hand. Okay, my bill due. Okay, let's pay. Boom, and they pay, and they're gone. You know what I mean? So everything is out there, but we all were speaking the same language. I heard, and when they were building the walls and they were getting too close or something. Back in the olden days, people would say, "You fly too fast, you fly in God's face." So that's why He separated us like that, and then give us all different languages. So we didn't understand what each other was saying in different parts of the world. So that's why everything was separated. But before, we were all together. And a perfect example to know if everybody was all together, Adam was all together with everything God put in the garden until Eve came about, until that snake came about. Then his imagination, he was never close or anything till after they eat the forbidden fruit. Then that's when he get cast out of the garden, because that one particular fruit he wasn't supposed to eat from, because of the temptation from the snake, then to Eve, then to Adam. That's how come we get to wear clothes, because who know, we might wouldn't be able to see to even feel like, oh, you got bigger than me, oh, you don't got nothing, oh, look at your ring. I don't think we would have none of those things to say about it. And so and most of these things are ordained. That's why we have Genesis and we have Revelation, and everything that happened between Genesis to Revelation, which is what you call it, all the 66 books of the Bible come in between here, which would be 64 books of the Bible come in between Genesis and Revelation, because it's 66 books of the Bible, you know. So I used to know all 66 books, but I don't know all of them right now, but I used to. They were having a function at my school and we couldn't afford it. So they said in order to go and go to the function, we had to learn the 66 book of the Bible. And every day I'm going home. You know how they jiggle back then when we were a kid? Foot up in it, going like this. And all I'm saying is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Rule, First and Second. I don't remember all of the First and Second Chronic Roots, ours First and Second Chronicles, Esther, what you call it? Esther, Ruth, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentation, all of those things. I used to know them verbatim, going down till we get to Revelation, which is the old one because they have the Old Testament and the New Testament. So you had to know the books in the Old Testament and the books in the New Testament, which all make up to become 66 books of the Bible. Yes. And I won the contest. But yeah, using it, you lose it. Yeah, using it, you lose it. We all did. All of us, not just black people. You gotta dig deeper into it, you know. Or you talk to somebody who are more philosopher into studying the Bible and studying the theoretical aspect of it. Because even though you got the Bible, you have people who interpret the Bible, like people who go to Bible schools, and so you could ask them about those stuff. You have people out there who go to Bible school to become a pastor or a minister, they call them, you know, to administer the word of God, and they have to have the philosophical principles, the ideologies, the the Bible first and foremost and all this. I don't have those kind of background. I just have the Bible. And when I go to church and listen to the word of God, as well as reading the Bible for myself, and as well as listen to people who speak highly about God as well, and they get my 2 shilling from my knowledge, their knowledge, the pastor's knowledge, as long as listening to songs. Because a lot of gospel songs, if you listen to the gospel songs and you read a lot of, or you start reading the Bible, you will realize that most of the songs you listen to as gospel song, a verse or two is taken directly from the Bible, which is very much factual, you know, and that part. You know, lean on me, that's taken out of Psalms, you know, creating me a clean heart, that's taken out of Psalms, even though it's a prayer what do you call it, a prayer chorus, like a chorus line, that's taken out of Psalms, you know. They have this song, even when they say lean on me when you're not strong, most of those words, you know, if it's one line or two, are taken out of the Bible and built upon, you know. The Lord is my shepherd, that they build that into a song. That's out of the Bible. That's taken from Psalms as well. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of gospel songs that are singing, even though sometimes you might not understand the words because of some of the gospel songs are not as clear either as the other genres. Most of those things are taken from the Bible, along with people background into becoming, you know, a Christian, and what they have learned and gained over the years, you know, the knowledge and understanding. Well, a good way to know, if you know that, maybe you'd have to do what they call it, go to ancestry and find out what your ancestors were from and where they came from or whatever, you know, and then maybe from there you can get the facts together to know what language they speak then, you know, because that's why they have what they call it, genealogy, you know, where you can trace your history to know where you came from, in terms of, even though you might say, yes, I'm embedded here now, but at least, you know, you can tell exactly where it all started. You know, maybe from your fourth parents going down the line till they come up to your mama, and you know, so forth, your grandmother, then your mama, so forth. You know, history is very long, and it also repeats itself. So certain things like those you have to do, you know, additional research on, and go to the more credible source, because these things are the surface level conversation now, you know, they're not something maybe factual if you quote it directly from a book, in terms of like the good book, or a book you can say, according to this book, like how I was reading a book, like how I was reading this book and they were quoting the scripture, you know what I mean? So now we can tell you, oh, go to Psalms XYZ, you will find this quote right here, you know what I mean? So yeah, but it just goes to show that some things, if you want to know, you have to dig a little deeper, you know, and don't give up if you really want to know, because I've seen a lot of people didn't even know, even in the arena in which people are in, Hollywood, they didn't even know that they and XYZ was family, until they do their decide to go take a genealogy test to see where they come from, their background. You know, like Whoopi Goldberg just found out that, I forgot this, was he a basketball player or something? I forgot who he was, but he was one of those big people there up there, and she had just found out he was some player though, I think football player or whatever. popular football player too, back in his days, in his time. He retired now and doing something else. And she had just found out after she did her test to find out where her ancestors came from. She just found out that all these years he's like knocking shoulder with these people. She just found out that he's a close relative to her. So you never know. Your relatives spread wings day in, day out. And you gotta believe these things too, because look, when you read about Noah on the ark, anybody read that, you know that you have your family all over this world. You'll be shocked to know. They might not have your same last name, but you'll be shocked to know everywhere you go you have somebody. There could be a family, because they said when Noah was building the ark, when the ark was done because of that flood, anybody remember the flood? God put two of everything in there, including Noah and his family. And two of everything was there. So you had two bird, you had two snake, two dog, two pair of everything was there. So can you imagine? And he make sure they're in the farm of a male and a female so they can multiply. So that's how people become multiply. That's how we learn multiplication. So you can multiply and spread your wings. And then you come out into this. Ooh. Now we all over the place, you don't even know. Hey, you could have one of your family that you long family that, because you're not the family type to go around and see who is in your family, or you're not the one who go to family gathering and those things. You might not know your family, and you heard several stories of people end up marrying their brother, marrying their sister, reach to the point where they literally settle down, having children and everything, and in the end only to realize that what brought them together is a family together, family reunion. We say together, but family reunion. And they all get the same invitation. That's when they realize what is happening. Why is my husband getting an invitation? Why am I getting an invitation? Because normally, if it's your family, you get the invitation, and then you go with your family, not you and your husband getting the invitation. So, but such is life. Life is what it is, and it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. So these were some of my little collections right here, and I just love this book. I think I read most of the pages in here. And in this part, as I turn it to it, he said, "Do what is right, love, mercy, walk humbly with your God." And this is Micah 6, verse 8. Steps to walk daily in humility. 1. Trust God's plan over your own. 2. Always see the best in others. And that's very powerful. When you learn to see, sometimes people might be tearing you down and tossing you here, tossing you there, but just pick the one little good thing out of it so you can propel your life. It's not for their life, it's to better your life, so you can go on with your day. Even if you don't even speak to anybody else again. You know what I mean? It's just to create that avenue, that atmosphere around you, so you don't have to be so hostile and toxic. You can be toxic to your own self too, but anyway. 3. Look for ways to serve others and honor God. 4. Always be courteous and delicate in even difficult situations, which we've been learning now. Accept insults and injuries as part of life. This one is powerful. Accept insults and injuries as part of life. I kind of understand the injury. Well, I understand both of them, but you always understand the injuries more, because sometimes you might fall down and hurt yourself, then you become injured, right? But sometimes the insults sometimes are so unbearable. You hear a lot of people tell you it put them in a state of mind. I don't have to list out the state of mind, because we all know what the state of mind is. It could be either pushing you down or pushing you up. Some people though, they're very good at recovering from what kind of dart is thrown at them in terms of the insult here, because I think it go back to how they were raised. When you learn to recover from anything that bother you, I think that have to also go back to how you were raised, how you were brought up, how you were learned to see the good in people. As Number two said always see the best in others. I think yeah, but the way the world is running though, it's a lot of mixed reaction right there, you know, because then and now. Number six, ignore your pride and Satan's lies. Even the book tell you ignore your pride and Satan's lies. Because you know sometimes your pride gets in the way of you not getting what you need because you're so prideful. You're like, oh, my head hurt. I ain't gonna ask my neighbor for no painkiller, knowing that you don't have the painkiller, but it could have stopped the headache. You know, sometimes you have to throw that away. Ignore Satan's lie. Oh man. Do not dwell on the faults of others. And that's what I have to be learning now. Do not dwell on the fault of others. You know, so my interpretation is like when people do you wrong, that's on them, not on you. You know, those words didn't come from your mouth, that's on them. So you have to just try to motivate yourself throughout the insult, throughout the pain that somebody may cause you because life goes on, you know. And if you dwell on everything like last wife who look back and now, you know, it's it will become a challenge for you to go forward. You ever heard somebody say, I can't move forward because they're looking back so much and what they're losing, but they're not looking at the fact that yes, God wanted to lose this so because he have a brighter path for you. When he got a brighter path for you, he will let you lose stuff. You know, and a perfect example of some of those pathways is if you travel from one state to the other state, let's say you migrate because you have internal migration. You know, you can migrate from a country to a country, from a state to a state, from a city to a city, from a town to a town. So you have different kinds of migration. And let's say you migrate from Chicago coming to Michigan, and then you realize that okay, I have this big house down there, but I can't lift the house up to take it to Michigan. So you realize that some things you have to really either sell it, give it up, donate it, or something because you cannot take everything with you. You know, so that would be just like you dealing with internal stuff on your own right there. And you have to learn to give up some things in order for God to multiply your blessing, to give you more in abundance, you know. Don't hold on. And then people who migrate from countries like their country. I have a lot of people I know personally that migrate, like myself, migrate and had a lot of stuff. But when migration come, you lose all of that. But on the other side, you will gain more than what you have lost. You know, you lost money, you lost family. In terms of you might not see, you don't know how long you're gonna see them again or anything. Any cards can play, any game can play. You know what I mean? And so they say sometimes life is a gamble. You know, even though I don't look at life as a gamble because nobody should gamble with their life because they only got one. You know. Then eight, they say accept small limitations with good humor. Yeah, I learned to accept that one. I definitely learned to accept that one. Nine, keep busy with your own affairs and not those of others. Very important to stay you know. And you see how everything is going back to you. And like I had talked about the blueprint to you know to you too. It's you because right now we're talking about this thing and they say keep busy with your own affairs and not those of others. So even though you can be out there and you're doing what you gotta do and everything, but just everything scroll back down to you because one, if you're not strong in whatever you're dealing with, you have to take that time to heal, to grow in order for you to help, you know, strengthen others or be there for others. If you're not right in the head in terms of you have so much going on, you could be stressed out, you could be in a depression state or anything, you need those time to heal. And those time to heal doesn't include me, nothing. It just includes just you. If you believe in God, you serve whatever God you serve in your little small corner. If you got a pastor, some you know close relatives and friends that you have around you to kind of give you that natural, authentic support you need. You know what I mean? So, and then on the other hand, sometimes we don't have that family structure at the present in terms of where we are living. So now we have to dwell on social media for that support system, like me now, it's just me and my children now. So my other family would become you guys, who support me day in, day out, who help to strengthen me. And then I listen to a lot of people channel who they're so positive on their channel, and even if they have a mix of everything, it's good to have mixture of everything to cater for everybody needs. You don't have to go out there raw and everything, but it's good to have a vast amount of stuff to help pull your the clients the people who are gonna listen to you or watch your channel, because somebody might not watch your channel because they don't like what you post or what you say. Doesn't mean somebody else out there don't interested in your kind of topic, because they could be coming from a place where they do understand stuff. A person who don't feel no pain in life or anything, they don't know what pain is until pain arrives. But the man who know what pain is, trust me, when he tell you about pain, he's telling you from a place because he know what pain I've done to him. Even hear old people say, boy, when you call your grandma or anything, and you say, grandma, how are you? They say, boy, my grandbaby, I'm in so much pain. They know what pain is. The long standing, the hard work for over the years that they have put in just to build a foundation for themselves, for them to be able to relax and enjoy it. But sometimes they didn't even get to enjoy it. Because pain, sickness, a lot of stuff take over as you get older, so it's life. Let's read the last one. Speak as little as possible about yourself. Okay, so I guess I need to learn that too. I guess I need to learn that too. And this, even though sometimes it's good to make reference to yourself so people can understand, depending on what you're trying to say, So that's good as well. But I got a ton of book here, so I need to start going into them and focus my reading on them. Not in my house. Take the 28-day challenge to recession, proof your future. Benefit of living without debt. Debt. There is a benefit to living without debt. My wife's grandfather was a wise man who brought a lot of land and gave it to his children to build on. It's still in the family, and my wife owns some of it. I should say we own some of it, but I married into a rich family. The land is about 45 minutes outside of New Orleans, about halfway between that city and Baton Rouge. When Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, and a few years later, Hurricane, or they call it Gustavi, hit Baton Rouge head on, thousands of homes were destroyed. People who were already living on credit were devastated, as their money, which was tied up in their mortgage home, was suddenly worth less. If you relied on being able to go to the bank to withdraw money or even use a credit card to do it, you were in trouble because power was out for 4 days. You need to have some cash on hand. People who had cash on hand were king. Mm. If you live off credit, you could find yourself not having money when you need it. If the system fails, you will be in financial trouble. Wow. I guess that's what you call food for thoughts right there. Years and even decades worth of investment could be gone. Let's make it a little more personal. If you have children who want to go to college, but you know they can't go because you can't pay for it, because you are still paying off a house, what does that tell you about debt? Are you may be able to afford college, but not the one you want your child to go to. The one you can afford teaches ungodly principles, but the one that teaches the values you believe in is out of your price range. So you have to make the decision where to send your child, not based on what's best for your child, but on what's but on what's in your bank account. Your child's future is based on the fact that you are in debt. I know that's not what you want for your child. Proverbs 22, verse 7 says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. When you take out a 30-year loan from the bank to buy a house, you are a servant to the bank. They now get a percentage of your work life. You have to work for them, in essence, to pay back what you borrowed from them. If you don't, they can sue you, and depending on the circumstances, you might end up in jail. You have become a slave to the borrower. Jesus died for you. He shed his blood, went to hell, and rose again so that you could no longer have to be in bondage. Do you think God wants you to be enslaved against by becoming a borrower? If the Son therefore shall make you free, he shall be free indeed. That's John 8, verse 36. You are free from Satan, free from the things of this world. So why on earth would you turn around and become a slave to the things of this world? Now, I want you to notice what I am saying. I am not saying it's sin to be in debt, but I am telling you it's not God's best for you. And here's why. The borrower is a servant to the lender, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. So the borrower is a servant to the lender, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. Either or. No more debt. Debt is the enemy. Debt is a problem, not just in the United States, but also in the body of Christ. A whooping 90% of the body of Christ is in debt. The average American adult has 4 credit cards in his or her wallet. I guess that's a fact or something right there. Let me finish right here. Those credit card companies are charging 19% interests or more. 43% of Americans' families spend more than they earned. 50% of Americans pay only a minimum amount on their credit card payments. The average debt for an American is $8,000. Personal bankruptcies have doubled in the past decade. 96% of Americans will retire depending on government and family. 2% of homes are actually paid for. 92% of a family disposable income is spent paying debt. $51 billion was spent on credit or debit cards in 2006. That's years gone by. The number one cause of divorce in the United States is financial problems. Do we need any clearer signs that debt is the enemy? It destroys marriages, it damages credibility, it drives people to stress, bankruptcy, suicide, and murder. Debt hinders believers from being able to fully finance the gospel, which is tithing or something like that. What's the most important thing to God right now? It is helping people hear the truth about Jesus. I won't go in depth with this, but this was the one. So if you follow him, this is the book here. You can go order it and read it for yourself. And that said, this is the that's the pastor at the back here. That's the pastor who is on TV. Come on the TV. But his church is in Michigan here. It's called the Xfinity Church. So, you know. That if you Google their website on Sunday, every Sunday, beautiful message on Sunday, and live. So for persons who don't get to go to church and they want to go, they can always check it out. It's beautiful message. But nothing more beautiful like when you can read the word of God for yourself as well. So You know, sometimes when you listen to others and you read the word of God for yourself, then it kind of in sync with what you were thinking. You know, sometimes you don't think it out aloud, but it kind of, you know, yes. That can equal an affordable price. Yes. Just for you. So, just another way to save with the personal price. And one way or the other, we're climbing up financially somewhere, whether financially, emotionally, physically. Something we're climbing up one alley, you know. So we just have to hope and pray that, you know, God will continue to strengthen us. He will continue to put a community together like how we're on YouTube, and many of us are founded through the Key Posting Group, the Hope Crew, and all these things. And I hope that one day we all can be blessed in a way where we no longer have to worry about what this debt is and how we're going to manage to pay it off over here in the next 2 to 3 years. And so we will be able to have a plan in place. We'll be able to figure things out, you know, as a group and as an individual. Because sometimes, even though you can be in a group collectively, sometimes you have to come out of it too to find out what exactly that you need to do so you can achieve your goal as well. Because even though when you're in a group, you still got to remember you're an individual, and you need to create your blueprint so you can stamp your feet wherever you go in life. You know, everything is good, and you have to big up for everybody, and for everybody who, you know, support and everything. I always say, if you want me, check your channel out, because I got a mama brain. I will come off this live and go lay down, and I say I was going to do something and then don't do it. Procrastination and forgetfulness because of my last child there. I need to get that situated as well. I see they showing this thing on TV called Profit. This thing that help build back your memory, and that's why I need to start reading, because somebody had told me that reading do helps. So I need to start read, and not just reading silent, but read aloud like what I was doing now. So it really helped to captivate back the mind, you know, strengthen back the mind. So I need to work on that. But if anybody have a channel you want me to check it out, I will go over there and check it out. But just leave me a comment on any one of my videos, and they'll say, hey, whatever, even if you don't watch the videos, because I always say I'm not putting people to stress. And if the choice is yours, okay? You go over, you say, hey, or whatever, and I will just go over. If I need to subscribe to your channel, if you have a channel, I will subscribe to your channel, and I will watch a few of your videos. And if you post every day and you want me to check out a few of your videos, not a problem. I watch the videos out till the entire, especially the shorts. I do watch the shorts out fully. I don't watch half a short, because the shorts are only what, a minute, 60 minutes, or sometimes 15 minutes. So that's nothing of my time to watch maybe 3, 4, 5 of them in no time. Because as you say, you could be watching something like cooking, cleaning, and I will watch the long videos if I'm cooking or cleaning, or if I'm driving. I go and, you know, click on somebody's channel and watch, you know. But so if you got a channel and you want Resilient Queen to check you out, let me know if you post a new video. Because you know what I notice nowadays, a lot of the people that subscribe to your channel and they say support them, sometimes their stuff don't pop up either. So I don't know if lack of posting can find that as a result. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. And that's why it's best if you reach out to me and just say, hey, even if you don't watch the video, just say, hey, stop by and blah blah blah. You don't even have to say, no, I'll go check out your video if I look and see you have subscribers, and that means you're starting your journey of becoming a YouTuber and you have videos, I watch them as well. You know, watch. I sometimes I like sometimes I don't comment on all of them, but I try my best to comment. Sometimes I don't have to comment, you know, because sometimes it just okay in terms of it resonate and it click, bam, go on. Sometimes I rewatch a video, and some of us have some funny videos, you know, and then some of us have the positive videos. And then who don't need little of every little thing in your life nowadays? You need grounds to stand on, you know. Your scale need to be balanced, you know, your equilibrium pronunciation, but again, need to be balanced, you know. Once we can create that balance, you don't have to create balance in a negative light to be balanced, you know what I mean? Just being natural, true to yourself. But right now, guys, I'm gonna go to bed because I have two chihuahuas. They went to bed, and I'm gonna have to wake up early in the morning to get up and take one to school, the other one is homeschool. So, and tomorrow morning the weather's supposed to be colder for the leading up. So Thank God I get my coat, even though I should get it in black, but whatever. To God be the glory. Let's not complain. We already have it, and I ain't shipping it back because it took. When did I order it? I ordered it for so long, and it took about 2 to 3 weeks to get here. So it didn't get here till the 17th. The 17th it get here on the 9th because the 17th never come. They said the 17th it was gonna come, but they come here on the 9th. So anyway, thanks to everyone, and remember, if you got a channel, you want your girl, check it out. And for everybody who are, hoping for success, we will pray. We'll pray and we never give up. Because one thing we gotta remember, keep posting your videos. Even sometimes you catch a video and it don't make no sense. It might not make no sense to you. But you still gotta remember there's audience out there that it will make sense to. So don't just say, oh, this don't make no sense to me. Like I watched this lady and she was saying, do you see how messy my hair back is? And I was saying, lady, if you should see how nice your hair look. You can't see back there, but when somebody looking from the other side looking in your life, that's nice. Your hair nice, sleep back, everything is not like pulled up or, shamba shamba or anything. That's nice. But to each his own. It's life is what it is, but me looking at, I'm like, nothing wrong with you here. But it's just the consciousness that we have when we think something is wrong. It's like me, as I come and I say, oh, I'm cleaning up, my room is junky. Nobody asks me that. No, I nowadays nobody even care how your house look no more. Gone were the days when people worried about how your place look. Barely anybody care because the world that you're living in, everybody, you got bills to pay, which is much more important than worried about somebody house, whether it's clean or messy or y'all want a beautiful, clean structure, but everybody understand nowadays. Nobody, I don't really see anybody who's that judgmental now. If they're judgmental, they must be judgmental internally. Because everybody climbing up something. You might not be the messy one, but you could be the junky one like me. Order things, so it become junky because then you have nowhere to store it. What I mean? That's what I mean. It's order things. Doesn't mean it's garbage. They're brand new, but in a pot, they're brand new still. But because you order so many things, what I mean? Doesn't mean anything. But who am I? They say he without sin cast the first stone, eh? Well, I sin, so I won't cast my first stone. I will ask God to redirect me as I go forward in my life and transitioning and trying to be a better person, a better mom for my children, and working on gaining back my memory, which I lost a lot of it and everything. Struggling with that right now. Very much struggling with it. Sometimes I don't even remember. Yeah, like once I book an appointment to take the kids somewhere, and a week later I'm like, what? I gotta take the kids. I flash back my eyes like blinking like that. I'm like, ooh, I missed that appointment, and it was written down. Sometimes in front of you looking, and then you ever take your eye off something? I said, Chuck, don't need it. It's tomorrow. 2 weeks later. But anyway, people, to each his own. God bless each and every one. We don't have nothing to worry about. You have a life. We got everything, so we have to give God thanks and praise and just be proud of yourself. Put yourself on the shoulder and say, I'm proud of me. You gotta be proud of yourself because when you look where you're coming from, and many of us have stories, whether we share it on the internet or, and I would say, don't put all of your life out there. Whether you share it on the internet or not, you know, we all struggle through something. We all come back in from something, well, a relationship, which is breakup, whether drugs, whether alcohol, whether a birth of a child, anything, loss of a loved one. We all battling with something. But whatever we're going through, and we can pull through that to get back up, brush off ourselves, rise again, and tell ourselves, you know what, I'm going forward this time. I'm not gonna be like last wife who look back. I'm gonna keep going. Because whatever is in front of me, that's where I need to go. I don't need to go back to keep reverse. No. Even though sometimes it's good to make a U-turn, but it's not all the time you need to make U-turn. Sometimes you just need to keep going because there's another pathway somewhere down there waiting for you to turn there. But because you turn back, you miss that path. So sometimes in life we just gotta keep going. And this is for all YouTubers now. You're out there, you're trying, and you don't think you're gonna succeed in life. You will. Just like King Explicit when he said, he was all on the internet for many years, over 80 years before he became monetized and stuff. You have the they call it DoorDash, who been on the internet for a while, and she just became successful in her own right. You know, everybody becomes successful in their own right who become monetized. And a lot, I watch other YouTubers as well who said they were on the internet for how many years before they become one subscriber, one YouTuber I watch, he got over 550,000. I don't know if I'm reading it right. Over 550, let's say half a million subscriber. And one day I was on his live and he was showing us. He said, "Listen, people, I was where you guys at some point in my life, and if you don't believe me, he pulled out the another phone and he was showing us where he was coming from. He only had 8 likes and he only had 300. I'm not gonna forget that number, 394 views from that video. I know he's at half a million subscriber going to a million. Oh yes, but when you get there, it's your number called, and we have to be grateful for that. You know, because part of life is, you know, people will drown in other people's success because they don't know how to say, "I appreciate you. My number is next. I'm counting up." You ever in a long line and you're probably there number 12 or number 50, but your number will be called as long as you're in line and you get a ticket or you got a ticket. Your number is there. You'll be called. You know, but sometimes we want to get there, but that's not how get there go, because you gotta put in the work to get there. You know what I mean? If that means you're gonna put in the work, you got to put in the work. You know, you gotta put in the work, you know. And as I said before in a couple of videos, I said YouTube roll out this short thing here where they make it now where you could save some of your videos. Let's say you make a bunch of videos today, and so you could save them in your short and then upload them after. That's what I've been doing. If you notice some of my videos, you will see me in the same outfit, but that doesn't mean it's the same video, because you could put a song, you could put a breakfast, something silly, something funny, and then sometimes people are resonating with the songs that you put nowadays as opposed to the actual video itself, you know. So yes. Oh yes, but sooner or later, as soon as your channel is discovered, you will realize that all that zero gonna become one, two, three, four subscriber in viewers, subscribers, likers. Cause when I started out, you know, we all started somewhere, and you know what? It's good to appreciate those zeros, because when you're teaching children to count, and if you're using the zero first, you gotta start from zero. Then you go to one, then you go to two, you know. And some platform like mine, that's how it's growing. It takes it a step by step process. But you know, once you out there, you're doing what you need to do, the necessary things, you will grow. Just wait for your number to be called. Like, while you're waiting, you're putting in the work. Like, you know, procrastination. Oh, I wanna be like her. I wanna be like him. Oh, yeah, you wanna be like that person, but you gotta remember, put in the work. You know, I remember, even if somebody don't see your content as something they would wanna watch, trust me, the internet is called the World Wide Web for a reason. You will reach people, and sooner or later you will grow, you will blossom, you will find the rhythm, what they call the algorithm. We will all find what the algorithm, or the algorithm is like, you know. And then sometimes you're gonna have to deviate again and do what you gotta do. And you know, if you're into makeup, hair, nails, because you know a lot of girls, they love to make sure their skincare routine is up, and a lot of people interested in those things, you know. And I see a lot of positive channels now, and I mean, people are, even if the views are not high, like somebody who is falling off a rooftop or jumping down a building, which is scary and hilarious at the same time, you know, and threatening your life at the same time. Anyone. But even though you might not get in those thousand views and those million views, but when your number is called, that views is gonna come, because that's what gonna make your number call, right? That's what gonna make your number call. And when that number call, you will be somewhere right there, rocking with your numbers, whether with your subscribers or your views, whichever one come first, either or. You know, so just stay in line for your blessing. Don't give up, because when you're at the crossroad and you feel like giving up, that's when your blessing is coming. And I can tell you that anytime you at that crossroad where you're like, I can't do it no more, I can't do it, I can't do it. That's the devil talking. He wanna destroy you. Like recently I was on my live and I was reading this book out. I don't remember how many people was on the live there, but for me they said we're two or more gathered, everything is well. And let me tell you something there. Oh yes. And you know what? I was watching King Explicit, but I don't know when somebody on their live now. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I can't comment if you're on live. I can like the video, but I can't come. I don't know what's going on with this phone here. I call it the retarded phone, but I don't want to get too mad at him before he shake me down. You know when you got one little phone or something you can't talk too bad about it, because he might just snap at you for good, and then I lose everything. You know what I mean? So I gotta and everything, but you know. I lost my train of thought, but don't give up. Stay within your blueprint, which is you. Sometimes you have to come out of your shell. That means even if you weren't doing no cooking videos or no motivational videos, start doing some of these things, because you're reaching people on your platform and you never know which video is going to reach that particular person that needed to hear it that day, and that could be the video that is recommended to somebody to watch. Like when I know Dodash, I met Dodash through her 9 to 5 job. You know that video that she posted about 9 to 5? That's the one that was recommended, and I click on it and watch it. I met another young lady the other day too, and YouTube recommended video saying, oh, and when you stop before stop, what does that do? Oh yeah, you know, most of my videos are just plain and simple. I don't know how to edit yet. Cause I do everything on my phone, and I don't me illiterate, not that illiterate. Oh, oh, okay. Somebody need to do that, and then I'm on the phone that the studio is on. If I was on another phone now, but you know, but we all will get there. Cause me, half of my videos are not even edited, especially when I do live. My videos are not edited, so if I was over there for 10 minutes, in the video gonna be over there. You're gonna stuck right here looking at this blue chair and this world map behind me. Hello world, I see you all. You're That's my kids' world map. Oh, and my phone don't even have no space. So thank God for YouTube Shorts with that thing they roll out the other day. Cause my one thing my chip don't turn off. My thing they don't have no what they call it. You know I don't know how I'm just. I used to love computer growing up, and then now I'm just like a blank slate. But I still put out the video same way. Don't ask me how we do it, because man, I'm telling you. And I said maybe if I had learned how to do editing or stuff like that, maybe things would be better. But I'm still putting in and doing what I got. If you watch most of my videos, 95% of my videos, like with the shorts, you can do a clip, then you pause. Do a clip, then you pause. And then with the short, I know how to edit the short. But those long videos, I don't even know how to make them look fancy. With CapCut, I got CapCut on my phone now, and they wanted to pay for the pro part of it, but right now I'm not in that position to pay for no pro, so I have to do the freestyle, which is using the free part, which is not that bad either. And then the template that they got some nice little template, because recently, maybe about 2 weeks now, I've been using CapCut stuff. I got up one day and I heard a voice say, just download CapCut. And I did that. I download Canvas and Vivid Q or something like that. But I have a dive deep into them to see what they're really about, everything. And then with this phone, I have to keep changing this SD card because the SD card that we work with is 64 gigs. So I this is gonna make my second time SD card because with my short I try to push the short up because the short is where you get a lot of your subscribers from and your views as well to help grow the channel until but I still put out the long videos as well so people can familiarize with me doing both. And I watch somebody else channel too that I wanna let him know that I was listening to him today. It's called Life Journey, and I was listening to him today, and he was saying that he wanna go live, but he fear to go live. I wanna say to him, there's no need to be afraid. All you gotta do is start. Is that get you some water. See me, I'm right here, but I got me a bottle of water. That means if I feel like my mouth is too dry or I look in the camera and see anything, I can I can go to water real quick because my water is right here and you know what I mean? I get it up real quick, and then I can be back on track, you know what I mean? So I want to say even not just to him alone, but anybody out there who just doing the short and everything. Hey, how are you, Auntie? How are you? Anybody out there, anything that are struggling to go live, don't just go live. Sometimes some people will say, I don't got nothing to say. You'll be surprised when you come and hear you got something to say. What do you mean you don't got nothing to say? I can tell you guys, if I didn't got these things here that I show you guys, unbox with you guys since that, I wouldn't have nothing to say. By the time I get myself in this little chair here I had bought on Temu a couple years back, and I sit down, look how many books I had. Look how many books I had shown you. These are some of the books, eh? And I was just showing you some of these, eh? These are all the books. Huh? I was just showing you the books I need to go start reading. Huh? So sometimes you say, oh, I don't got nothing, I don't need to go live. You'll be shocked to know all you gotta do is take that leap of faith so God can finish the rest of the journey with you. Yeah? He wants you to start so he can fill your brain with information. When I started doing YouTube, I didn't even know I would have the courage. I did not know I would have the courage because when I started doing YouTube, my face was not in those videos. And my face wasn't in there. I tried to stay to the side and it kept the phone over here capturing what I need to capture. Until one day I heard a voice say, why are you hiding your face? So don't be afraid. Don't say you don't have nothing to say. Sometimes you come on and you just let people know how you're doing. I love you all. Take care. I'm just here saying a shout out to everybody. Hi, how you guys doing? So people appreciate that because you gotta remember, you're touching life world wide web. This is not just I'm in America, so it's reaching all over. Anywhere that YouTube throw these things, it's reaching somewhere. And wherever you are in the world, it's reaching somewhere. So don't say, oh, I don't know. That's the hands of the negativity that want to destroy you. My battery said I have 10 minutes left. That's the hands of the negativity. We don't want to feed into that. If your mind, just listen to your first instinct, go live, and that's when I go live. And I used to call myself the pop-up queen of live because I don't give no warning. But since then I said, let me just put it on my post there because I heard a voice say, go put it on there. Listen to your first mind; it will never lead you wrong. Start with something. I know many of you have some positive vibes, and I see my lady here called Snapback right here now and everything. You all have some nice thing, and Sally right here and Jason was in the house. You guys all have nice content. I come over, I visit and everything. Don't worry, keep doing you. Sometimes you're walking in the park with your kids, just looking at the trees and the bird chirping, and you can start listen. Did you guys hear the bird chirp? And that's something you're talking about. You're talking about what's in your neighborhood. You talk even if it's not in your neighborhood. You just randomly passing somewhere, and something captivate the mind. If you have to stop, stop, snap, and go. Sometimes you're eating and nobody worry much about eating no more. They don't even it don't even bother nobody now. Just eat. I used to afraid that I probably eat like a pig, and then one day I was alive and I heard somebody say, why you eating like a pig? I said, I guess I'm a pig. For the whole evening, I was laughing. Even after I got off the live, I was still laughing because it was so funny. The start somewhere. You're taking the kids to school. You're humming a little prayer with them. You're singing a little song. Talk. I'm dropping my kids. You don't have to show them their school or something. Those things you keep, to yourself. Not like the name of the school. You don't do all those things. Those things are for you and you own. You know what I mean? If it happen to happen, that's what it is. You know what I mean? But until then, you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. And I know a lot of you have so many different things out there. Even with, I was watching. I told you guys it before. I was watching a YouTube channel, and I saw the lady bought this TV stand last year Christmas, and it's good thing I was watching her channel. Every time she posts, I always go and watch her. And at the time, I wasn't a YouTuber yet. I had a YouTube channel, but I wasn't posting nothing. And I remember I was watching her and everything, and I watched her with the TV stand. And when I went over to the page, as she said, we should go over harness or Hernest, HERNEST, and go check it out using her discount code. That TV stand with the fireplace was 800 and something dollars plus tax for shipping. I got that bad boy for $240 just using her discount code. So look how much money he saved me. Cause before, if I had to go over there by myself, and I wouldn't even know about harness if it wasn't for her. Can you imagine if I was supposed to go over there by myself? I would make a run for my $800. I would run to Dollar Tree so fast, I would build up the first structure I see with those little toys. You hear me? But you don't know how much you guys are showing people things that they never seen before. And when she turned the light onto the thing, but I went back to harness after that to look to see if I see it. I didn't see it no more. And then actually this one too. When I bought that one, I bought this one. This one is not a fireplace, but this is a TV stand, and I set these up myself. And I bought one for my son room. I sit, he drunk but sit there, and then you have a sliding door. Slide go here and slide go there like a little kid. So trust me, you'll be surprised. Oh, nobody ain't gonna listen. No, you mean because you have this stuff in front of you, you think nobody don't want to hear about? Yes. Look, when I come to America, I try to find this drink, not in this bottle, but I try to find the Jamaican version of this, and I could not find it. And all of a sudden, just last year, I found this at a supermarket right under my nose. Right under my nose. I would call this knockoff version of our Malta, but it's still drinkable. It's a vitamin B in it and everything. It's not alcohol. You understand? Yeah. So share what you know, you'll be surprised. A lot of chips I've found is I watch a lot of YouTubers and they say, "Oh, I went to the store and I found this chip. It was so good." And you'll be surprised you're sharing stuff that you might think, oh, everybody know chips. Not everybody go to the store to buy chips. Sometimes you can even, is either you buy the meat or you buy the chips, which you want. Either or you put the money down to pay your bills, either or. So you gotta remember, even though you got this stuff in your hand, don't say that, oh, nobody not gonna care about this water. What if this water is the better water? Because you have some water out there that's very nasty. Sorry to say it, but it's the truth. It don't taste like water. You're drinking it and it just tastes like, I don't even know what to tell you how the taste tastes. So when you find good water, you say, guys, you should check this brand out. I'm telling you, it's not a paid promotion or anything, but I'm telling you, you should check it out. You ain't gonna lose. You see what these people are doing now? Are you out and let's say you're out in a function or something, and you can capture some little clips or something. Capture it, even if you have to go voice over to save the capture it. You capture it because let me tell you something. You're creating memories not just for you two, but also for your children. Life is short, man. Create those memories. Don't look and say, "Oh, nobody ain't gonna watch." Not because you won't watch yourself no more. Doesn't mean somebody ain't gonna watch you. You'll be surprised to know. And then let me show you what I learned to buy from somebody off YouTube as well. I heard these lotion from the same person who I get the TV stand off of. she was saying, guys, you should try. And then I'm looking at you when you say try something. I'm looking at how flawless your skin looks. So when you try something, let me know if when somebody, when you look at somebody's skin, even though it's on camera and their skin looks so flawless and they say they use something like not just necessarily this. Don't have to be this, but when they say their skin look flawless, their face no scar or something, don't you want to try the product they buy? Doesn't mean that one size fit all. Doesn't mean it will work for your skin type or skin texture. You know what I mean? But you want to try it to see if it will work or not. That's the only way. If you don't try, you will never know. So go out there, put your content out there, and don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. Not time fool there yet. Don't fool yourself. Keep going out there and do what you have to do. And sometimes the moment you say you're not going live, is it? You know, the first time I was saying I'm not going live, and I remember the first time I go live, right? Not like live for the first time, but the time I said I'm not gonna go live, and I finally pushed myself and go live. When I got off, I was like, wow, I did it. And I promise you, 95% of the time, I don't got nothing to say. But all I had to do is just eject the CD out eject the CD player, put my mouth in there, and close it, and press play. That's all you gotta do with that camera. Don't say you don't got nothing to talk about. Yes, you got something to talk about, but God is waiting for you to turn that aim camera on and put your blueprint on it, which is you. And then you say, "Hi, everybody. How are you?" You know, some people have more bubbly spirit or something. Hey, everybody. You know, everybody demeanor is different. You understand? So some people might come in nice and peaceful. Some people might come in sounding, arrogant, vice versa. Everybody had their own hook towards whatever they want to portray for people to captivate others. And you would be surprised. So come on and start. That's what God waiting on, for you to open that camera, sit down wherever you're sitting down, eh? And then open your mouth. And once you start to say hi, how are you guys? And so one person communicate and say, hey, or hi. Even if nobody don't say no, talk to yourself. Do you remember that movie with, what's his name? Jack Sparrow? When he get lost at sea or whatever the ocean something was, and he talked to the coconut and create the coconut like a real person. And he was talking to them because he was out for so long, for days. What they call him, Jack Sparrow, that little Rasta looking guy, and he was so funny and hilarious. And he was like losing his mind at one point, till a couple of days after he get rescued to help push the boat back out in water. Just picture yourself like that. Nobody's around, it's just you. Create your atmosphere. Because sometimes you think somebody not watching, people are watching. Whether they watch it today, tomorrow, forever, all you gotta do is take your time to blow up, and once you blow up, you will see. Oh yes, there you go, Ansel. Oh, did I say Ansel? My lady, forgive me. I swear, forgive me. My pronunciation. Yes, exactly. So be like Jack Sparrow. Eh? Anybody know that movie? That was a good movie, my dear. If you watch that movie, if it was funny, yes. If it was funny to you, be like him, and you'll be surprised to know. Oh, a 5% on my battery. You'll be surprised to know where you're gonna end up in this world. You hear me? So stop worry, just start. That's all we need. I remember I was procrastinating how my room looked. Now I start. All I gotta do is just straighten up right there. I had a big TV, the TV not working, I had to take it down. And a good thing I had bought that one at a garage sale when I see it was brand new. Small little one, but it was only $15. It's better than $200. A deal is a deal for me. So you know what I mean? Yes. And it was a very good movie, of course. So now we are that movie now. We are Jack Sparrow. Nobody looking at us. Nobody watching us. Be yourself and create your own movie right there. Just sit down right there. Tap say you don't have nothing to say. You got something to say. It's like you ever go to a function and everybody want everybody to come in and sit down, and then after you sit down and everybody maybe have like a cup of water or a glass of water, then the speaker begins to talk because they get majority of the room filled up, or the movie theater get majority of the people filled up for the room for the movie theater so they can play the movie because they know how many people will go watch the movie now because they purchase their ticket. Then they say, all right, in a few minutes we will start. They probably have a time set to see how many people coming in. Like even some of the big YouTubers now, if they have something big to share, I know they say we're waiting till the first 1,000 subscriber. They ain't when a subscribers are viewers, then we can start to talk about what we want to talk about. So you see how life is about growing, it's about developing, it's about finding you, it's about finding your niche, it's about holding on to hope, holding on to faith, keep posting, never give up. Stay driving in your lane. Be like Jasper. Thank you, my dear, for telling me the name of that movie. You know, so be like him. He was out there and he get the coconut and I don't know where he get those things to carve out, and he was there carving out every single thing, and he was talking to it too. Huh? So sometimes you gotta lose your mind to find your way. Lose your mind to find back your mind. You will find it back. Drink some water and everything. Settle your mind and everything. Eat an apple. They say an apple a day run the doctor. So eat an apple. If you fear if you come online, eat an apple. Drink some, make sure you have a glass of water because your lip might get dry. You might get nervous. Make sure you have something sweet or something. Just in case if your fear get the best of you, then anxiety tripping or anything. Because people do have phobia, we have to respect that people do have phobia. But you still gotta fight your fears, and in order to fight your fears is to get out there. You know? Get out there. It's like once you're out there, you're lost and you realize you can find a way home. Once you're thinking, your mind will start to tell you, yes, you could go further down the road, man. Drive a little further. There's a path there for you. And then when you start driving, you say, oh, I didn't know I could take here back home. Remember, you lost now, So now you're on a whole different path, but not realizing, especially in America, every road can take you back somewhere. As long as you understand east, west, north, and south, trust me, you're going back the direction you need to go. You just have to know your east, west, north, and what they call it, the cardinal points, east, west, north, and south. Once you know that, you know where you're going. That means if you live on the south, you're going to the west, and if you live on the west, you're going to either way, you gotta know. And then you will navigate just like us. You gotta know your blueprint, which is you. If you need to wash your face, put on like a makeup. If you're a person like that, you need to put your hair up, you need to put your nails up. Whatever you need, whatever fleek you need to spray, you look a spray on or whatever. Do what work for you, baby. But get on. If you need to get on and show people that, you know what? I can be as raggedy like this today, but I still bathe and clean up and everything. And I'm good to go. Because it probably, like I think I created a shot and said, he was talking about the president now. And I said, don't listen to the word, just listen to the message. Because the message he was spitting out was very powerful. And I said, don't listen to the word, don't look at the person, listen to the message. Because sometimes we tend to look at the person instead of listen to the message. And then we deviate from what the message was that is directly towards us to even save us from stressful times, relationship, life, friendship that's going down the drain that we're holding on to like a drowning man. You know what I mean? So anyway, this girl talk too much now, so let's go eat the food and everything. But remember, if you got a channel, comment under any one of my videos and then we can take it from there. If you have a video and you post a video and you want me to check it out, you can say hey again and I will check it out. Even if I don't get to it right there and then, I will get to your video and I will check you out. Even today I was scrolling down and looking to make sure everybody who had comment, I make sure I go over support them as well if they have a channel or anything. You know what I mean? So keep doing what you guys have to do and be like Jack Sparrow. So that's the message for tonight. Be like Jack Sparrow. You are alone in the wilderness. So even if it's zero, you gotta start from zero. You will grow, baby. You will grow, you know what I mean? So such is life. But to each his own, and to God be the glory, great things he has done. And thank him for putting good people in the pathway to help, step the ladder up for each and every one of us. So have a blessed night, my dear. And Ansela, I hope I call your name correctly again. It's not everybody who stepped in, chime in, whether silently, whether I always say to all my likers, my viewers, my likers, my sharers, my commenters, and everything. Have a good night. Peace out.
When it comes to making public appearances, I think she does get a lot of satisfaction from her work. I think
Who's that?